Hello, everyone. This is David Bryant, Mr. Support Friend. Many of you know me as a support coach and entrepreneur all over social media. I'm known as Mr. Support Friend on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. I absolutely love making a difference in people's lives where it counts with their health, their finances, personal development, building friendships and relationships. And something has come my way that directly relates to my personal life story. And what I wanted to do is share my story with you. If I've either reached out to you on social media and shared this link with you, or you found this on YouTube or somewhere else, or somebody else shared it with you, if you have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia or any other autoimmune disease, or you're just struggling with your overall health and wellness energy wise, there's a brand new company with a brand new technology in the nutritional space that's absolutely blowing people's minds, myself included. And what I decided to do is make this video specifically for those of you who may have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, because I had chronic fatigue syndrome when I was 27. I came down with it right in the middle of my successful music career. I had written songs and was in the process of writing songs for major artists. Like I wrote a song for Whitney Houston called Moment of Truth. You might have heard it. Jody Watley, Don't You Want Me? She won the 1988 Grammy Award for that. I was in the midst of having a successful songwriting career, making hundreds of thousands of dollars at the time, on my way to millions. And I all of a sudden got a flu. It was the day after my 27th birthday, December 31st, I came down with a flu. And from 1988 on, for the next 6 years, I was primarily bedridden, homebound, lost my relationship with my girlfriend. My parents had to come and move in with me to take care of me because that's how non-functional I was. I felt like 24/7 flu symptoms with body aches, heart palpitations, all kinds of things. Went to traditional doctors. They did all these tests. They came back and said, "Here, take some Xanax." I took Xanax for a couple of days. I said, "This stuff makes me feel like I'm crazy." And I personally made a choice to stop taking it. Along the way, I had a friend who was a background singer for Pink Floyd and the Rolling Stones. She went on to sing for Rod Stewart and many others as well. Her mother was a top cardiologist, but a holistic practitioner in Los Angeles, Dr. Pearl McBroom. And Lorelai, my friend Lorelai McBroom, came back and to go see my mom. And so about 3 months into my situation with no kind of resolution, nothing was working. I was just terrible, bedridden. I had no energy. I couldn't focus. And so I start going to see Dr. Pearl. Did that for about 9 months, then got referred to one of the top acupuncturists in Los Angeles. Went to them for a couple years, then went to one of the master acupuncturist herbalists, did him for 3 years. I'm doing all this stuff and nothing is really bringing me back, but I'm making little baby steps improvements. But I'm still pretty much homebound, non-functional, no relationship. I'm in the middle of my 30s. I'm not able to socialize. I was never able to start a family. Like I was totally disrupted. And my royalties, I'm not able to continue to have them, but I was getting still some royalties until later on I had to file bankruptcy because I could no longer support myself. It was totally disruptive. So if you want to know why I'm making this video specifically for people who might have chronic fatigue syndrome or chronic fatigue in general or fibromyalgia, that's the reason why. Because you have an opportunity today to just at least go look at something and make a personal decision, whether you buy something or not, and I receive a reward for it, because it happened for me this way. A friend shared a wellness product with me, a natural health and wellness product for me along the way during my recovery. And you know what I said to her? I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I don't need that. I'm all right. I'll keep doing what I'm doing." And I did that for a year. She kept coming back in a nice way. "David, are you sure you don't want to try this? It's really working for all these people and it's oxygen. It could be good for your cells and all this stuff." "No, I'm all right." I didn't take the opportunity. I hope you won't do the same thing that I did. It took me a year before I tried that product. And you know what? When I tried it, I started to feel a little bit better. And then I went to go get my blood work the next time from my traditional medicine MD doctor, and all my blood work had changed for the better. This little oxygen drop product, right? I always have remembered that story. So whenever somebody shares something with me, I always take a look at it, whether I decide to actually utilize it or not. I always take a look at it. I hope you will do the same thing and not make the mistake I made 25 years ago or so. So at that moment, once somebody shared something with me, my brain just said, you know what? If I can share something with somebody else and make a difference in their health, and at the same time I get a little bit of money because I couldn't work anymore as a successful songwriter, I needed to generate some extra income as well. But the motivation was I know what it's like when you don't have solutions and you're trying to look for stuff. And I know what it's like to reject somebody for a year. I'll never do that again. But I share things with people along the way, and you know what they do? Like people who are going to listen to this video, they're going to go, oh, he's just trying to sell me something. Man, it's much deeper than that. I didn't get a chance to have a family. I didn't get a chance to, in my 30s and 40s, marry somebody and have kids. I have no biological kids. I became like Mr. Support Friend, you know, that motivator guy. And when the women that I've dated along the way, I've been a good role model for their kids who maybe didn't have a dad in their life. But I never had the opportunity in the prime of my life. It got stripped from me from some disease that they couldn't figure out exactly what the cause of it was for a long time. And they still don't have a real, here's the solution for chronic fatigue or for fibromyalgia. They just do management of it. It's gotten better, but what if you could try something here and just see if that does something more or different than what you've been trying, or you've been looking for something, or somebody you know, a loved one. That's why I'm here right now. So, the name of this company is called Energy Wave. There's a brand new technology. It only started in 2025. We have a medical health professional, a holistic practitioner, and a chiropractor that for 36 years he's seen everything. He never saw anything like this. He decided for the first time to take a position on the medical advisory board. So you will have science and a doctor to be able to ask questions or be able to hear the information from him. You don't have to believe me. But I can tell you the testimonials that we're seeing with a group and a team that I've built to share this with other people because we're trying to spread the word. So if you are a wellness advocate, somebody who does share products with others, or you're a licensed professional, check this out. Double verify it with Dr. Marty, who's our guy on the medical advisory board. I'm telling you, this stuff is on another level. I've never seen it before. And I've seen a lot of stuff and some stuff that works, but not like this and not this quickly. The reason why is it's quantum nutritional strips. These are little strips that are individually packaged in a little packing, and you just peel it back. You put the strip, it's like a film. You put it on your tongue, it dissolves within like a minute or so. It goes right into your bloodstream, bypassing your gut. The normal thing we do is take consumption and swallow and go down into our gut, and then it has to break down, and certain things happen, blah, blah, blah. This one goes right in your bloodstream, throughout your body, right to the cellular level where your mitochondria is. If you have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia or any other autoimmune disease or anything else where your energy is low, your mitochondria is your fire. That is the bottom base of your cellular level that ignites the energy in your body. And so if you're just tired from overload work or whatever it is, I guarantee you that you probably will take one of these and you'll see a result that you'll be like, wow, because that's what we're seeing is people are taking it and with I'll just say within a week people are feeling stuff. Some people within a day, some people within minutes, right? It's all different for people, but they're feeling different in a better way. And I'll share some testimonials in a second. So there are two products that the company Energy Wave is the name of the company has started with. One helps to create nitric oxide in your body. That's very closely related to cardiovascular health. The Mayo Clinic has done studies on that, that everything involved with cardiovascular health is a decline of your nitric oxide levels that start like around when you're 23 or 4, like somewhere in there. And then when you're in your mid 30s, 40s, you lose about 50% of your nitric oxide. You go to you're 65 years old, you've lost 85% of it. So if you can replenish along the way, no matter what your age is, that could be something that could be good for you for circulation. Nitric oxide was a discovery that won a Nobel Prize. That's what they put in Viagra. Okay, Dr. Ignaro, who's the part of the head of the team that developed the discovery, that's what we're talking about is reinvigorating your body's nitric oxide. Number two, the best phytoplankton, marine phytoplankton in the world from Spain. Go Google search it or go look on Gemini or ChatGPT. Is there a place in Spain that has the best phytoplankton? It'll come back and go, yes, it's right here. But here's the difference. We get that phytoplankton. It comes over to the US and goes into an approved plant where they put the technology to deliver it into your system on the oral strips. That's the difference. So you can go out and get phytoplankton on Amazon for 30 bucks or something like that, or even get a premium version in food and other things. This, it's the delivery system and the premium phytoplankton combination. And I can tell you that's my personal favorite product. I take that every day, and within a half hour or so, I start to feel it start to work. It's really smooth. It's not like caffeine charge or something like that. No, it's really smooth, and then it's time released. So over time, it releases. It doesn't put everything all into your body all at once. Absolutely wonderful product. And anybody who's looking for an energy boost, I would say that will probably give you something, along with the actual nitric oxide product as well. And together, Dr. Marty says synergistically they complement each other. One for circulation, and the other one is going down and really giving you all the nutrients that your body doesn't get in food and other ways that your body has been missing for years because of the consumption. We don't get it out of our food anymore. So the phytoplankton, that's the beginning source of everything in the world in terms of marine phytoplankton, because the little fish eat it at the bottom of the sea, right? And then the whales eat them, and then so forth and so on. And there's this whole chain that goes with our food supply that's based upon the source. And we got the best phytoplankton in the world delivered with the best delivery system. That's a 1-2 punch. Now, you see that little chart at the bottom right? Let me blow that up for you so you can see that a little bit bigger, and that is the absorption rate. Strips and patches. We also have transdermal patches. There's one in particular that might be good for you, that those of you who have chronic fatigue or other things, right? I'll show you that in a second, but let's keep focused on the strips. Look at the bottom of the chart. See where it says 90%? 90% absorption rate. Now go look at the top of the chart. Pills, gel caps, shakes, liquids, you name it. All those things are between 10 to just say up to 40%. But most of it that we're consuming, even if it's helping you, right? You got a greens product. Hey, keep taking it. If you like it and it's working for you, cool. But the absorption rate is only going to be lower. When you start putting stuff in your body at 90% of what's in it is getting into your body at the cellular level, not just going down in your gut 90%. No, it's going at the base. That's where the actual mitochondria is. That's what's controlling the energy in our bodies, the inflammation, like all those things, mitochondrial, right? Go look up mitochondria and how it relates to our body at the cellular level. That's what we're doing here. And that's very powerful. Now, let me show you two other products, one in particular for what we're talking about with the fatigue, right? And the fibromyalgia is the brain energy, the one at the bottom there. This is finely tuned mental performance. This is designed with the nutrients and all of the ingredients that are in here to specifically go to that mental part, right? The mind. Now, people have memory situations, people have focus situations, people trying to calm their mind and stuff. I remember with chronic fatigue syndrome, man, I got into the car for the first time even when I wasn't driving, and the motion of just the movement of the car, I couldn't process it. I couldn't talk to people on the phone for more than like a minute, basically, before I was overwhelmed with the conversation. I couldn't think straight, right? So I know how important the mind part of it is with your chronic fatigue. And then with the fibromyalgia, you've got the inflammation, right? The pain points and all that stuff. All this stuff that I'm sharing with you is great. And if you do need to also lose weight, you may want to look at the Weight Burn Plus because it deals with a metabolic balance, not a fast, hey, I lost 5 pounds in 1 minute. No, it's readjusting your metabolic rate, which is really what's important. So we have these really high quality products. All of them are $49 each. And the high absorption rate, that's a 40% absorption rate with the patches, right? So we're getting better than what most people take. Now, don't take my word for it. Let me read you four different testimonials. I handpicked these out of many that we have. Starting with Nurse Kim. She's a registered nurse, North Carolina, wonderful person. She found a video that I made out on YouTube and she said, that's what I'm looking for. And she joined us. She's been sharing it and she's going to be heading up our first regional event that is happening in April. I'm recording this April 1st of 2026. In April, 18th in North Carolina. So if you're in the Kenly, North Carolina area or somewhere nearby, you may want to attend that event. The executives, the company will be there, stories, testimonials. It's going to be great. But let me get back to the testimonials here from her and others. Nurse Kim, overall, I feel great. My daily life has improved with better mobility, restful sleep, abundant energy, and increased nitric oxide levels thanks to these supplements. I'm excited to continue on this journey to better health. It's working for her. She said she was able to do a bunch of work at home that she had kind of put off for a while. She had the energy to do it all, cook a big meal versus just a regular meal. I mean, there's lifestyle stories that we keep hearing. Or how about my friend Kevin, right? For many years, I've known Kevin, and he's an entrepreneur. And he said, my wife and I have been using the products for 4 days or so. We love them and will be long-term customers. He has reordered these products for him and his wife ever since he tried them initially. Listen to this. I've had a painful wrist for months, and now the pain is completely gone. Thank you for sharing this fantastic health technology with me. Not health product, health technology. That's what we're talking about here. So in 4 days, something that nagged him for months, he got a solution. Now, is that going to happen for everybody? I can't say that. Everybody's different. But what I can say is I see a pattern. I see a pattern with everybody, myself included, who are taking these products. They're working. And Nurse Kim had one of her best friend's husband during the snowstorm that we had. I just want to throw this in too, because that's to me the greatest story that I've heard of everybody. This gentleman had tremendous pain from surgeries and all kinds of health issues and stuff, where he dreaded getting up after sitting down for an hour or two or whatever. He said, I used to dread just being able to just get up because the pain of my knees just getting up, right? He tried these products within a couple of days and he did all his research. He's one of those detailed persons. He knew about this kind of stuff, but he didn't know about the delivery system. That's the difference here, the delivery technology. Within 2 days, the pain was gone. And during that snowstorm, he went outside and he was shoveling snow. And I was on the phone with Nurse Kim and her friend, and she said, I can't believe he's out there shoveling snow. I haven't seen him do this kind of stuff in years after 2 days. So we're talking about paying it forward here. And that's the reason why I decided to get involved with referral based programs, word of mouth, share it with friends, and do something that can positively impact people's lives. That's what you also have the opportunity to do here. And you can actually join Energy Wave for free, not even have to buy a product. So if you're somebody who likes to share good stuff with people and you don't even want to buy it for yourself, but I don't know why you wouldn't, you can still receive the rewards that they give for every person that you've personally referred at about a 25% level. But I'm not here to talk about that part of the program. I'm here to talk about these testimonials. How about my friend Jeanette, the wife of my friend Floyd? When I first started taking the Energy Wave products, I began by using them before bedtime and noticed something right away. I was sleeping better. Sleep had been a challenge for quite some time, so that alone was a real blessing. How many of you have sleep issues? When the body starts resetting and getting right, a lot of great things can happen. Or how about Joy Lean from British Columbia, Canada? February 6, 2026, I started taking Energy Wave Phyto Pro Max. That's the phytoplankton and Nitro Max, the nitric oxide product. And here's what I've noticed so far: more energy from day one, cleaning more. She was able to clean and do housework more, walking faster, and feeling less exhausted. Does that sound like something that somebody who might have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia or something like that? Any of these, like four testimonials that I've read to you, and we have a ton of them. You can go to a website and be able to see a whole bunch of stories. This is not just isolated. So here's the thing. I started with a question, do you have chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia? But this is for everybody. But I wanted to make something specifically that related to my personal life story because I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like when you don't find a solution, when you have something chronic, chronic pain, chronic fatigue, chronic this, chronic that, right? This is something you may want to check out. So if you want to check out the information, I've put together a little referral link that you can go to the website for Energy Wave. I like to keep it simple. I just say go to U plus two team, right? Spelled out there on the bottom, YOUPLUS the number two team.com. We have what we call the U plus two team because we like to share a couple of products. We like to help a couple of people. You know, the songwriter in me, like I like to work in twos and fours, right? Because time signatures, all you musicians out there, you know what I'm talking about, right? But structurally, this company is very well structured. They have plans to go public in the future. This is a real legitimate company, and you get a chance to get involved at the earliest stage because Energy Wave is still in what's called a pre-launch phase in the direct selling industry, and you get a chance to be one of the first. If you look at all the other companies out there that have been successful, and I can assure you that we have the highest quality nutritional supplements. We also are going to also have some AI technology for helping people with what they're already doing. There's a lot of great stuff going on here, but this focus was on chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia. If you could find one person or you yourself are that person, and I share this with you or one of our team members shares it, and we positively impact your life, I'm good because I spent 1 year resisting my friend 25 years ago who tried to share that wellness product with me. I said, no, I'm good. No, thanks. I'm already doing something. There's going to be a lot of people that say that even after watching this. But I'm telling you, you're missing something. And you'll find out about it sooner than later because you'll start hearing about other people telling you, go, that's what that guy was telling me 5 months ago. Well, you could have had 5 months of better energy, perhaps, right? But you do what you're going to do. If you need to hear Dr. Marty do some overviews with this, I'll be able to send you those links as well. If you want to just sign up for free and get part of what we're doing and just learn as you go with no obligation to buy anything, you could do that. So we're here to support you. My name's David Bryant, known as Mr. Support Friend, support coach, entrepreneur. Love to help people in the areas of health and wealth. Thanks for taking the time to listen. And as always, I wish you all the best in achieving your dreams and goals. Have a wonderful day.